Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards Strategic Analysis Division, where we study the conflicts of the past and speculate the conflicts of the future. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo, we appear to be having some technical difficulties here. Give me a minute. You know what? Screw it. Take, read us off.
Right. For historians, the Clone Wars, named so due to the fact that many of the conflicts were civil wars, hence the plural, was one of the most devastating conflicts in history, leading to the death of the Republic for 25 years until the retaking of Coruscant. For the Sith, it was the culmination of centuries of planning of vengeance. For the Jedi, it was the second worst culling of their numbers in 4,000 years. For the Khitomer Alliance, it was the largest exercise in stupidity they had seen since its formation. And they had to deal with Cogran every other week.
Copy that, sir. Yeah!
And that's not a joke. I mean, Cogran is an idiot.
Yes.
We got trouble.
Alright, let's get into the obvious.
Battle of Geonosis.
The first Battle of Geonosis,
Right away.
though I am not entirely sure if there will be a second one. That's going to have to be a coin flip, depending on the events. Speaking of events, some of you may be asking a simple question.
Let's move it, boys.
What is this going to be like? Just like the movies? Well, to a point.
Yes, to a point. This is the A side of the fight, where your forces are siding with the Republic.
Understandably. After all, the Republic is a well-established seeming democracy, and there's a military jet flying overhead.
You heard the general.
Anywho,
Anywho.
that said, how are we going to be handling this? Well, I think it's going to be bloody simple. Disney can go burn.
Yeah.
Granted, that's the universal statement nowadays, especially considering recent events. I've watched The Acolyte. I am not impressed.
You and many other people. I have not seen it, but
Yeah, I'm only torturing myself because everybody wants information.
my dad was watching someone review it, and it was a British guy, and he was lambasting it.
Him and most of the people on the planet. Regardless, we are going to be taking from the so-called Legends continuity, which we refer to as the True Expanded Universe. Anything from Disney that makes sense will be incorporated, mostly because it actually does make sense. The rest, torch it.
Yeah.
So, first things first, rescue mission at the, I believe it's called Plaque-2 Arena. Sorry, I'm going to have to actually look this up.
Yeah.
I do apologize. But I don't have reference material on hand. So, again, going to have to look that up.
Yeah. But to set the scene, this is basically the climax of Attack of the Clones. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme have all been captured, and they're busy fighting against their execution in this arena, and the Jedi show up too. A large group of Jedi show up to save them. Then the battle droids then the massive armies of battle droids show up, including B2s, and well, things turn dire until the clones show up. And in this case, Starfleet as well.
Starfleet, Klingons, Romulan Republic forces.
Hold them here.
Yeah, Yeah, anything and anyone that's from the Khitomer Alliance that's managed to make it over to the other side, make it over to this universe.
Optionally, you can start at the arena. Send in a team of Makos to start blasting everything. Phaser rifles should make a mockery of B1 torsos and the like, and even
This has got to be a trap.
do some
Even-
heavy-duty damage to B2s.
It looks like
Yeah.
you're right about that, sir.
Which
And
I kind of regret. I like the B2.
yeah, and then there's there might still be droidicas or destroyer droids or whatever you want to call them.
I'm on it, boss.
Well, the official title is Droidica, and those are a different model. They can't deploy their shields and fire their guns at the same time.
Copy that, sir.
Yeah,
A weakness that the later models fix.
Cover me.
yeah,
Form up.
and so, but yeah, either way, once the major armies show up, the battle begins in earnest, and
Come on.
it's full-scale war across Geonosis.
Now the question is, do you want to join in the incredibly stupid battle that is, well, the battle on the plains? Because seriously,
Placing detonator.
that could have been done a lot better.
Eat laser clankers. We're not going to
Or-
them.
Do you want to join in the attack on major CIS strong points?
Unit destroyed.
For example, the famous campaign
Unit destroyed.
from
Vehicle in production.
Republic Commando. Yes, we're referencing that.
Yeah. So you could have a team of Makos join Delta Squad. Along with maybe one of your player characters or two.
What are we going to do, sir?
Of
Regardless,
Of
Hey.
course, you're not going to be just doing ground-based stuff. There was a space battle in orbit.
yeah. Warships, Republic Star
I'm right behind you.
Acclimator class vessels and whatever escorts could probably be scrounged, fighting against Trade Federation Lucrehulks as their core ships came up from orbit,
Let's move it, boys. Sir,
and
sir. Copy that, sir.
obviously
Boys.
Starfleet ships would be there as well, and giving the CIS a bad time.
There is, of course, the Sayoboth fleet with their bioweapons.
What are we going to do, sir?
That's a reference to Jedi Starfighter.
Sir.
Yep.
Only need one shot for each of them.
So you're going to have to deal with bioweapons being shoved in your face.
Yeah.
Sir.
That's going to be... Nah, that's definitely going to be nasty to handle.
That said, there's one thing I don't think any of us can agree on actually dealing
Scratch,
with.
sir. Well, General.
Hmm.
Will do, sir.
Fighting Dooku.
Right.
You
Seriously.
General.
I really don't want to touch the can of worms that is fighting Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Understandably so, because it's Count
I am
Dooku.
not the last Jedi you will face.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Count Dooku is... Well, he is a skilled swordsman. A duelist, primarily. But... Dang, is he good.
That's giving it to the clankers.
Support fire ready.
Unit destroyed.
You can maybe send some of your you can maybe have a couple wings of Peregrines back up Anakin and Obi-Wan's pursuit, but leave the actual duel against him to Obi-Wan, Anakin, and eventually Yoda.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
I'm kind of wishing here that I had access to actual artillery.
Yeah.
Now, it may seem like we're being real bare bones about
Unit
this.
destroyed.
But then again, the
Unit destroyed.
entire
Unit
battle
destroyed.
was essentially running across a field and getting shot at with air support going every which way. Most of
Yeah.
the interesting
destroyed.
stuff takes place on small scale.
Yes. Most of the interesting stuff takes place on small scale. Republic Commando. The Republic Commando Republic Commando fight. Or or the Jedi Starfighter battle the Jedi Starfighter encounter with the Saboth Squadron. Yeah.
So I'm sorry if this is a little disappointing. However, most of the interesting stuff that would probably any of the army stuff wouldn't take an away team. It would take an actual army.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you could have have some of your player characters act as force commanders. But as Ron said, your goal the interesting stuff that requires small teams is very concentrated.
That said, if you want to bomb things, go ahead.
Yeah, the fact that it's so open means that really the sky's the limit. If you want to have orbital bombardment of a core ship taking off, go for it. If you want to have a wing of peregrines attack an air defense battery, do it. If you want to focus on the large scale stuff, feel free to throw whatever you want at your players.
We are really giving you a lot of freedom here.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
really
most
defeated,
displeased
but the
it has
Jedi
come
and the
to
Republic
this.
will not fall.
Yeah, we're giving you a lot of freedom.
So I suppose the only real question is, how do we end it?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't like the idea of Dooku not getting away.
Yeah, I figure he probably does.
I mean, it's Dooku.
Base
Yeah.
under attack.
Yeah, Dooku does. Dooku is a skilled duelist, and I do think he is something of a tactician. So he would find a way to escape.
Well, he is very good. He's a very charismatic man. Maybe he could convince you to leave without using the Force.
Maybe.
Regardless, that's the Republic side of things. I suppose the question is, do we shift over to another vid for CIS stuff?
Available.
I'd say that's probably a good idea. Let's keep the A side and B side separate.
Alrighty then. We're giving you lots of freedom here. You want to do a Delta Squad style mission? Go infiltrating the droid factories and generally doing that? Go ahead.
Do you want to focus on the space battle, including stuff from Jedi Starfighter? Go for it. Do you want to focus on the big battle? On the big battle on the ground?
Under attack.
Which might be a bit much.
Yeah. But If you want to do it, you can.
So that be the battle.
Side A of the Battle of Geonosis.
Time to change discs. Bye bye.